This winter, I was fortunate enough to get out after mountain lions with a buddy of mine, Scott Fillingham, that owns Archery Outfitters. And
the main reason for lion hunting is predator control. We're trying to up our numbers here in the valley with elk and deer, and the lion is, along with the wolf, the lion is top predator that's really hurting our elk and deer numbers.
Pride myself in being a do-it-yourself hunter, but this is one of those species that you have to have an outfitter with, or a good buddy like I do with Scott. It's something you just can't do with your black lab and go run some lions. You need the hounds. Lion hunting's a lot different than elk hunting, where there's a lot of time in the seat. You're just covering ground, covering roads, covering trails, getting as much ground covered as you can. And then once you find that track, then it's go time. You just kick those dogs loose and they get off running. The faster they're moving, the hotter the track, they're howling more and they're getting after it. And when they get that animal bayed, it's awesome to hear that howl, and it's a total different switch of behavior when they got that animal treed. First time out with Scott, we were able to get a lion treed. We got up to her and found out it was a female. We could have taken her, season was open for either sex, but Scott was telling me that he knew we could get into a better animal and find a good sized tom for me, so we decided to let her go. Little did we know the snow would completely melt and we were down to nothing for snow. We were kind of at a dilemma there whether we did the right thing or not by passing on that female. How long have you been running the dogs for?
Missy was actually my first hound dog. I think she's 7 going on 8. That's how I got into it. The boss at the time, another outfitter that neighbors me, had a litter of pups, and he was determined I should take one and start lion hunting on my own. She got the hang of it in a hurry, and pretty soon we were off and running.
That's just incredible at what those teeth look like. You can see how they're powerhouses.
Deer and elk killing machines.
Are there tricks or anything that these lions are figuring out to get away from these dogs?
I think there is. I see where they'll come down to a road and parallel the road. Prime example is last year we had one caught in a culvert. The lion was using the culvert under the road so it didn't leave tracks on the road.
Huh.
A lot of these lions, it's not their first time being chased, so they are getting smart. Well, after a couple weeks of waiting after that first lion got treed, I was just itching to get back out. I'd never been on a hunt with dogs before, and it just sucked me in. And sure enough, they were calling for snow and woke up to 1.5 inches, 2 inches of fresh snow. And we knew we better make it happen before that snow melted. This might be our last chance. Up here looking for some fresh lion tracks, nothing yet. No, I haven't seen really fresh tracks of anything yet, but quit snowing probably about 2 o'clock in the morning, so we've only got a few hours here of time for animals to put those tracks down. So we'll see what happens. Heading up a pretty steep road here, but been a lot of elk hanging out up in here, so hopefully there's a lion here as well. So if this don't work, I'm gonna have to turn over the boots and start covering some ground, so we'll see what we can find. This is kind of a narrow road, pretty narrow, pretty steep and real rocky, just a lot of tire getters out there, slice the sidewall of your tire, and it's kind of common courtesy out here, trying to keep the roads clean for everybody. Really trying to work hard with this little bit of snow we got.
doesn't look like we're supposed to get any more snow. It's supposed to warm up into the 50s, so we better take advantage of this 5-degree weather we have right now with a little skip of snow and see if we can get her done today. I finally got up here about 7,000 feet and getting some snow, and we got some wolf tracks here, so not a good place to turn dogs out, but season's still open for wolves, so let's maybe we'll keep on plugging along here and see if we can bump them up. Maybe they got a kill around here or something. So
Montana Full Circle is brought to you by Buffalo Bore Ammunition, Montana Department of Agriculture, Rocky Mountain Natural Beef, Loopold, Zenick, and these other fine sponsors. Buffalo Bore Ammunition is premium grade ammunition. It is the most powerful and accurate ammunition made anywhere. Our loads are purpose designed. When the moment of need arises, you are prepared. We make the world's best self-defense pistol ammunition as well as hunting ammunition. Order factory direct at buffalobore.com. This segment of Montana Full Circle is brought to you by the Montana Department of Agriculture and Ravalli County Weed District. For more information about noxious weeds and vegetation management, contact the Montana Department of Agriculture or your local noxious weed department.
Go down here and pull her ivories out, and not much left of her. So, well, she doesn't even have ivories. You can kind of see where the spots were, but they've kind of already grown over with. She was an old one. Just incredible to see this, how there's really nothing left, no bones, no carcass, no nothing. Just a few vertebrae on the neck, and that's it. Did a loop, came back up, and wolf, we did call one in. It came up, stopped 15 yards from the truck, flipped around and took off running back the other way. We never did get a chance to see him, but they're up here. A good place to wolf hunt, not a good place to lion hunt. Too many people lose dogs around here when they let their dog go on a lion track with them howling and stuff. It gets the wolves excited and brings the wolves in. And almost every lion hunter around here who's got dogs has lost a dog to a wolf sooner or later. And getting in deeper snow here get me a little nervous, but if we get out of these ruts at all, though, we'll be sunk and stuck. I don't know how we get out of here, but not having a snowmobile and just using the truck, you got to kind of push the boundaries the best you can with your truck to get up as high as you can to see if you can get those lion tracks crossing the road. And sometimes you get a little further along than you wish you would have. Gets you nervous. Guy there about went off, and you know those tracks just suck you, and there's no way I can back all the way out now. I kind of committed to this. We got to keep rolling until we find a good spot to turn around. Backing up in this is suicide. We'll definitely get stuck.
Come on, baby.
Mountain engineering, I think we got it between some sticks and pulling the chains out and actually having to put chains on the truck. I think we're in good shape now. Yeah, just got to chain up and get out. Should have been smarter and put chains on sooner, or should have been smarter and turned around sooner, but it's hard, just don't know where you might find that track, so. We got back into cell service, and sure enough, had a call from a neighbor. He had a heifer that was about to calve and was wanting me to check on it. And unfortunately, I think out of the last 6 he's had to pull all of them. And I am no cowboy. I really don't feel like pulling a calf, but if I have to, I will. I guess we'll go back in the truck, let her get comfortable. Maybe she'll lay down and have it. Hopefully we don't need to get involved, but you never know. Get a little Western in a hurry. Baby's moving. Here it goes. This was definitely the first for me, is getting guided how to calve a cow over the phone. And
Hello?
hey, that baby's like 3/4 of the way out, and the placenta's kind of wrapped around his head and he's wiggling. Do I need to go clear that placenta?
Get it off its nose, but you're gonna have to watch her, Adam.
So she don't come at me?
Yeah.
She's standing up right now and the baby's about to pop. There's the baby's out and it looks like her head's clear.
You just delivered a brand new baby, Adam.
I'll stay here till you guys get here. We'll see you shortly.
Alrighty, bye-bye.
Yep, bye. Not gonna lie, I got a little nervous. I hate to watch something go wrong on my watch, and talking to the rancher and having him tell me that he's had to pull all 6 of the previous calves coming out of these heifers. It kind of got me a little nervous, and I think they were getting a kick out of me sitting there being a little nervous about it, but hate to have one die on my watch. Right when I talked to you, I was getting ready to go over. She stood up and the calf came out and placenta got away from her face, but that's what I could see being nervous.
Oh yeah, I've
Nerve-wracking.
seen them before where it don't get off their nose. Typically, them front feet will break all that when they
Yep.
start out, but sometimes it hangs on the nose and it suffocates them.
It's a new experience for sure. It looks like baby's suckling right now,
Yeah,
so
it's a
awesome.
good day for it.
Yeah.
Congrats!
Yeah.
We need cigars, Dad.
No, that was interesting for sure. Always something different.
It's a good day to have babies.
If you want to provide hunters with more opportunities than anyone else, you have to be willing to go where nobody else has been. The Apex ground blind from Zenek has gone to the next level to maximize shooting opportunities with the use of a window system that puts the Apex ground blind at the top.
This segment of Montana Full Circle is brought to you by Rocky Mountain Natural Beef. Find us on Facebook to order now.
Yeah, we were out this morning and found 2 sets of lion tracks. One over here, it's kind of melting off on this side, but there's another one just up the next drainage here, and it's in the bottom and there's some pretty good snow.
Sounds good. I'm kind of waiting right now. We got little rascals lamed up, Ava's horse, a little miniature there, so we're kind of waiting on a vet right now.
Sun's really starting to shine.
It is. Got stuff dripping behind us. Hopefully those tracks stay fresh enough to get up on it. Sure enough, I just had to tell him, I gotta wait, we can't get after this lion. And that was the hardest thing for me after catching that first lion and letting her go, and then having fresh tracks and not be able to go at it. It was just killing me. I think today is it. If it don't happen today, I don't know if it's gonna happen, so.
Come on, vet.
Come on, vet. Here's Sean. He's the best big animal vet around. It was hard, not like you can really call him up and say, hey, can you do this another time? So we were chomping at the bit while we were waiting for him to get there to get Rascal checked out. As soon as the vet left, we jump in the truck, put some dust behind us, and try to get as quick as we could to the trailhead where Scott's dad had found that fresh lion track and fresh kill. When we left the trailhead, we had 3 miles to get just to the elk carcass before we even got the dogs on the track to get ready to cut them loose. We knew we would have to dig deep to get up the hill and try to get on that lion as quick as we could. Here's a lion kill. Looks pretty fresh. That lion's been working it. Sounds like there's beds all over around here, and tracks going up this green draw over here to the right. So gonna catch the fresh track and head on up, see what we can find.
So we hiked up the trail a little bit further and found where that track was fresh, going up a north slope, still had snow. So that was as good a spot as any to release the dogs.
It's already gotten pretty warm. We're probably already getting up to mid 30s. Stuff's starting to melt out. That sun's not helping any either.
Used to be turn the dogs loose and follow dog tracks. It changed everything. At the end of the day, you can pull individual dogs up and see how far they traveled. It's always a lot further than we do.
Like any animal getting chased, you know, that lion picked the darkest draw he could, nastiest draw, brush all over the place. And we had to get after it and get up that hill and get to that tree lion. You know, you never know when a wolf's gonna come on in or if that lion's gonna jump and you're not gonna have a chance to get him again. Snow was melting off, slopes were opened up. That lion could jump, go over a south slope that didn't have snow on it, and he'd be gone.
You never know where the wolves are, whether you comb the area for tracks and think there is none, they can always show up.
Hiking up the hill, getting up to the tree. The dogs are treed on. 3 dogs on it, a bunch of mistletoe. Lion should be there. We'll find out. I can see him right there. He's right there. I can see his breath. Should I go to the left? We're approaching the tree. Dogs are howling like crazy. He's running and jumping up the tree. We're down below. We figured we had to get around on the uphill side of that tree to get a better shot. And right where I want to get a shot at him, he's got his arm back behind his vitals. We're scrambling, trying to figure out where I can shoot so I'm not going to hit a branch.
Montana Full Circle is brought to you by Buffalo Bore Ammunition, Montana Department of Agriculture, Rocky Mountain Natural Beef, Loopold, Zenick, and these other fine sponsors.
Loopold Gold Ring optics are built to perform at the highest level.
Every shot, every hunt,
every competition,
every situation.
They're guaranteed for a lifetime of performance.
Because failure is not an option.
You need total confidence in every moment.
Something other optics can't deliver.
That's the power of a true lifetime guarantee.
And 650 of us stand behind it forever.
Closed captioning provided by Bitterroot Brewing. After the hunt, enjoy Montana's last best brew.
Scott kicked one of the dogs loose to get after him, and we just saw bushes just tumbling down. I figured we got him good, and it was intense, something I'd never experienced before. It's nothing like elk hunting, but it's a new addiction.
We like to let the dogs be rewarded after they did their job and the lion is dead. Let them chew on that lion a little bit, and it's just their reward for doing a good job.
Good boys, yeah.
Yeah, my dad says the dogs can chew on it as much as they want, especially his lions, because the taxidermist always is full of needles and thread.
If you can't pick them up, you can't shoot them. beautiful lion, and really appreciate Scott Fillingham here and Accurate Outfitters. You can see back behind us, a lot of it's starting to open up again, and I think today's about last day we're gonna have snow, maybe one more day, but we got it. Well, thank you so much for that track. Really appreciate it. Awesome, Scott, your dogs are phenomenal. Appreciate it. You don't want to be on the wrong end of that. Those carnassial teeth in the back that'll just shred that meat. I was getting ready to gut the lion, I turn around and there 2 of Scott's dogs are, all locked up, getting ready to have the next batch of lion dogs. It seems like everything comes full circle here in Montana. You can feel the fat in the hands, just like water repellent. Thank you, sir. May I have another? All right. Wonder what my little girl's gonna think of her. Yeah, after carrying that lion on my shoulder for so long, I was stinky as can be, but all I could think about was getting home, showing my wife, and giving my little one a hug. Look what we got, sweetie. Look at the claws.
Oh
whoa,
my gosh,
just push.
they retract. Look at it.
Whoa.
Oh my gosh.
It's
Their
beautiful.
coat is so thick.
Isn't it soft?
Oh, they do smell. Oh my gosh.
I had them on my I packed them out on my shoulders.
I didn't know they had such a bad scent to them. Look at the tail. Whoa. Is that funny?
I just put a smile on my face as being able to raise my daughter in the Montana lifestyle that we love to live so much. Well, better give the taxidermist a call.
All right.
And we'll go from there.
Very cool.
Now, there's been a lot of talk about, cutting back lion tags and wolf tags because some people don't like it, but without hunting wolves and mountain lions, we wouldn't have a deer season, we wouldn't have an elk season.